Hello and welcome to Slamfire Radio. This is episode 401 for April 22nd, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Adriel.
You're the number one host, Adriel.
I'm one of
I'm the
them.
number two host, Kelly.
Number two host.
What?
There we
I
go.
like that we're saying one a lot.
One.
Anyways,
and one.
Have you been? Have you recovered from the news from last week yet?
What was the news? Oh, yeah. No, I haven't.
I still haven't either.
But we're getting lots of new applications for people who want to co-host part-time here and there. So that's great. Lots of really good people that are applying. So yeah, it's looking good. Did you do anything in guns this week? Maybe before we get to that, what we did in guns this week is brought to you by the Calgary Shooting Center, Canada's premier firearms retailer. Hey, guess what? They have 9mm ammo.
Apparently they do. Mm-hmm. And it meets power factors, so if you're going to do some competitions. And it's cheap-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I will say cheapish. How's that? Cheaper?
Cheaper.
And it's available?
Than the other stuff out. And available. Yep.
Yeah.
Like Tim was saying on the Facebook feed there that just trying to find 9mm in the States is very difficult.
They're like unicorns and fairy dust.
Yeah. I went to the range and did a little bit of ammo testing, and I went through a college fund worth of 9mm ammo according to U.S. prices.
Yeah, there's a short supply of everything down in the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you want to start us off with what you did in guns this week?
What I did with guns this week is very minimal. So I guess we're going to have a very short show this week. Surprise! I got a notice saying that our Black Badge course is being rescheduled. So
Surprise.
I know. So the reason that it's being rescheduled is that we actually had more restrictions for Ontario. I'm in Ontario, center of Canada, I know, in the universe. So Ontario's had more restrictions imposed on Friday of last week. So that means ranges are closed, both indoor and outdoor. So that means that any of the events that we've had scheduled for the next month, and they also actually extended that restriction for not just 4 weeks, they've added a couple more weeks to it, so 6 weeks. So that means that any of the events that we've had planned, like for Project Maple Seed, we've had to actually cancel those. But it's also the Black Badge course that was supposed to take place that I was going to participate in is now canceled. Well, it's not really canceled. They're just moving it to June. So not sure which date in June. There's a couple that they proposed, so they're just waiting to see what the consensus is. And then we'll have it in June. So that's that, which really sucks. The other part that really sucks is, again, we can't go to the range because everything is closed. So it's been a really light week for me this week with what I did in guns. However, it was really good. I won something. I haven't gotten it yet.
What?
Yeah.
What'd you win?
I won. So the Olight, so a weapon mount Olight. The one that didn't you have one?
Yeah, I still have one somewhere around here.
Didn't you do a review on it?
This thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I disappeared. Oh.
So I won one of those from our friends over at the Canadian Rimfire Precision Series. They have a new sponsor, Olight, and as part of the sponsorship, they donated a few, and to announce the sponsorship,
That's cool.
They had a contest, and I won it, and so I'm going to get it somehow. I don't know. Maybe Rick will. I don't know. Anyways, he'll have to mail it to me because they closed down the borders to Ontario as well. Jesus. Anyways, so I won that. I'm super excited about it, and then it means I can actually, mount it to my Glock, and then I can be all gangster-like.
You can sweep your house late at night. Use it when you need to go pee in the middle of the night. Just be like,
No, I'm going to use it when I have to let the dogs out outside and see where they are in the yard.
Is that you? What is that? You can't separate it off the pistol. Once it's on there, it's going to stay on there.
Yeah.
I think we say at the start of the show, it just shows for entertainment purposes only, right?
And if I actually turned my computer and you could see outside, my backyard's like 20 feet by 20 feet, and my neighbors are like right in I could see literally into their back. Anyways, so if I'm out there with my Glock and a light, I think they'd have something to say about it. Anyways, the other thing is just I keep announcing it, but I just want to let everybody know that the CCFR Gunny Girl calendar call out, it is ending on the 30th of April, which is in 8 days.
On
So
what
send me a
day?
message or
What day?
30th of April. Shut up.
I don't know about this. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah. Anyways, send me a message, send me an email, give me the detail, or I'll give you the details. Not you give me the details, and then you can.
I don't give anyone any details.
Then you can.
30th?
Shut up.
Okay, I'll stop bugging now.
You know what?
I had to a little bit.
Stop bugging me, or you will not get one next year.
I don't
And
care
then
about how many days
Yep.
are on there. I care about the pictures. I'm a pictures guy. That's it.
Yes.
My computer's got a calendar on it. That's what I use.
We missed one day, April 30th. We went through that thing like a fine tooth comb, and I went, fuck. Anyways, April 30th, get it in. We got a lot of people submitting this year. It's awesome. That's it. What about you?
Let's see. I went to the range and I shot my Terra TM9 and I had a little bit of fun with it. I put a whole bunch of dumb stuff on it and shot like that. And it was fun. Well, that part was fun. The gun itself gave me some problems.
Yeah.
A couple that I expected, couple that I didn't expect. There's not a lot of information on these guns. And what I have seen online is a couple people have had a couple of issues, but not really been able to, just symptoms. They haven't been able to find the cause of it. I found some causes. So some of the causes, like the magazine return spring is kind of weak. So sometimes it doesn't reset. You know, like that would be easy to remedy if you wanted to on this gun. You could just put a stronger return spring in there. I found some more issues with the mags themselves. So I had a couple of times where I'd be shooting and the slide would lock back and I'd drop my magazine and I'd have a round left in there. And there's a couple of things that work toward against the gun on that. So the follower itself just allows a little bit too much tilt, and that follower gets way, way, way high on there, and then it ends up high enough that it actuates the slide release when it shouldn't, when there's still a round in there, right? So that was one of the issues. And then another one that I just noticed, actually, because I posted my review up on YouTube, and there's a guy who really likes Terra TM9s who had some choice words for me. And most of it was just salty coping because I was like crapping on this gun that he really likes. But
he blamed Canada a lot. I saw from the reading.
He was dismissive of it because I'm a Canadian.
And that we have, issues because we live in Canada with our.
Well, I think it was like pretty desperate because he was trying to say like, oh, because it's crimped, that's where you're getting all your problems. The magazine spring isn't applying enough tension, and it's because of your shitty country that the gun's not running properly. But I took a look at it, and I don't know if it's going to show up on webcam very well. You see that really shiny spot on the mag right there?
Yeah,
that wasn't there when I first got this gun. And I actually looked, I take like really high quality photos of these things when I post reviews of them. Yeah. And it wasn't on there when it started. And that's actually the result of inside a Glock and inside the Terra, because the Terra is like, very heavily inspired by the Glock. There's a safety plunger in there. This one sits low enough and the mag sits high enough that it hits it. It smokes the magazine. So it's cranking it every time you fire that, and the slide goes back. That plunger is cranking the feed lips here and denting them, and that causes a little burr on the inside there. And then that wants to hold the rounds up, and then they really go nose up, and then all sorts of problems could potentially happen. That doesn't account for all the issues, because I also had like a bunch of stovepipes, which shouldn't be magazine related. And I had a couple of other weird things happen, of a wide variety of stoppages.
Can we go back to the feed lips? So did you do anything to rectify that? Because you can't actually polish them or...
Well, okay, so if you polish the feed lips, it's just going to get dinged up again. Like if you were to sand out from the inside and the outside that little burr, that
Yeah.
Plunger has a shelf on it. It's not like on a really high performance Glock safety plunger, they'll be rounded like a dome because as your trigger is pressing on it, a nice rounded one will go down smooth, whereas something with a step on it will offer some drag. So if you get a performance parts
Mhm.
kit for your Glock, it'll include a plunger. I will not be finding any of that kind of thing for the Terra. So what I did is chuck it up in my drill and take that step out because I don't want that shit in there. So if you want to do this at home, it's super easy to do. You can, and I mean, you could do this to your Glock. Just don't take off so much that it's not going to engage properly anymore. But you just, I got a bunch of these. This is my wife's. This is mine. This is my nail file that I use for, polishing up the these kind of parts here. And I've already been doing it all just before the show, and it's nice and polished now.
Hey, there you go.
Shiny. Look how shiny that thing is.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice and
Yeah.
beautiful? And that's not going to damage the mag as badly. It's still going to damage the mag because it's still coming back at it at high speed.
So that'll rectify some of it.
Some of it. And then I think if I polish out the inside burr on the mag, I might be able to prevent that one round in the magazine when it shouldn't be there issue.
Right. Okay, that's a couple of problems that you fixed. What did you attribute the stovepipes to?
Bad fit and finish, not fit and finished. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't actually figured that one out. I mean, like the gun's got some flaws to it, and
did you try different ammo?
No one online had figured this. This is something I just figured out today, and mostly I was doing it because I wanted to say "f you" to this guy who was who was crapping on Canada and crapping on like my gun reviewing. And I found something that he didn't know about, and I don't think anyone on the internet knew about, was this stupid who designs a safety plunger that whacks the crap out of your magazine feed lips. Like, what kind of brain damage you got to think that that's okay in a gun design? Anyways, that guy did. Whoever designed this gun, maybe he designed the gun. Maybe that's what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with the designer or like some factory rep or something. It's possible. It's possible.
By the way, I like. Go ahead. I was going to say. By the way, I like the video. I like the editing. Did you do that, or did you pay the kids to do it?
I don't do my editing these days anymore.
It was fast and furious.
I did go a little bit shorter on the video because I didn't want to belabor like a negative review, and I don't really like doing negative reviews either. Oh, that's another thing. The stupid follower is angled in too much, and that's what allows it to rock back and forth. Like, you need to have like some movement in it, but these the back legs are actually angled in a little bit, and that allows for too much movement as well. Because it's like the spring pressure is fine, and the way it's crimped in there is fine. It's not causing any issues there. It's just primarily like it allows for too much movement. So I don't know. I'll stop.
So overall,
there's better guns for the price. For $300, you can get a Gersan MC28 that'll just run, and the trigger won't be a 9-pound pull. It'll be a 5 or a 6-pound pull. Or you could get one of the Nork Sig clones, which will have a 12-pound pull, but then for the double action, their single action will be like 5. It's fine. It's better than 9.
Why are you poo-pooing on a duty gun that is a heavy trigger? I'm just
It's 9 pounds. It's fine. What's wrong with a 9-pound trigger? It's like, well, if we're in the 90s or like the 2000s, maybe, because like you look at like the New York Glock, the one that they had that had like a massive spring on it, or a lot of the RCMP guns today are still terrible, and they have 12-pound trigger pulls. Yeah, but it doesn't have to be that way. Like, it's not the Stone Ages anymore. We can get guns that are still good duty guns that have like a 5-pound trigger, and that's okay. Yeah, and that should be what you expect from a gun that's manufactured in these days. Mm-hmm. Right.
I do have a question though. Did the scope and the foregrip, did it help with your shooting?
The foregrip on the foregrip up there was actually real nice. Like, it was awkward trying to like hold it, but boy, it cuts the recoil down so much. I felt like I had so much control over that thing with that front foregrip. And had a couple of really concerned comments on there. People are like,
Yeah. Your
that's
hand.
illegal. You can't do that. And it's like, I'm not in America. I'm in Canada. I can do this that you can't. It's one of the very few things I can do that they can't do in the US. Just put a foregrip on.
Adriel,
Mhm.
you're my hero.
It was a fun video. Fun video to do.
It was cute.
And fun to like build some crap-tastic thing to put on the gun. I also shot my 1022, so I can't remember when, but I changed the ring setup, something on there. And so it's got a 30 MOA rail, and the rings are good for, I don't know, 10 or something like that. I've got a...
Oh, I remember. That's been like 4 or 5 months.
I just haven't shot it.
Yeah.
I took it out to the range, and I took it to the long range, and I started at 200. I'm like, oh man, I got to go way, way down to be able to get it on at 200. And I'm like, uh-oh, what's this going to look like at 100? So I go to 100, and I am 13 MOA off the floor of the of what the scope can do at 100, which is perfect because I should be 8 MOA up compared to 50. So I've got like 5 on the bottom of this thing. That's it. Perfectly dialed in with that setup. So I'm pretty happy about that because I've been dicking around with that thing, trying to get it trying to maximize my elevation available in that scope. And now I've got lots.
So you got the rail and you got the ring. So you got 40 MOA.
Well, those rings change based on how close in you mount them. So if you go a little bit further out, the difference there isn't as great. Whereas if you go quite close in, it'll be more different. So I could send you a picture after the show, but I basically got the rings like right on the other side of the center bit there. So they're very close. They should be giving me, I don't know, 15 or something like that. But yeah.
Send me a picture. I want to see. Want to see.
That thing
so
is
you're just
ready to
for
rock
those
and roll.
Long distance. Okay, cool.
Maybe some gophers.
Yeah.
Some gophers this year.
Gophers.
Yeah.
Gophers. 1022 at 400.
I feel like that would be very difficult.
Yeah.
200? I'd be willing to try 200. Yeah. I was shooting a little 6-inch plate at 200, like off the bench, mind you, but like every shot just ringing that little 6-inch plate. So I feel like a gopher at 200 would be in danger.
Yeah. Yes. And we're talking prairie dogs as opposed to actually big ass gophers out here, which are groundhogs.
Yeah, our gophers out here are the Richardson's pocket squirrels. They're like rat sized.
They're cute. Yeah, they're chipmunk size, whereas
they make
ours
a nice
are
pop when you shoot them.
A cat size. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What else did you do?
My Beretta 92 is in the mail, so it should be here next week. I put out a video on SKS optics. So primarily, like it was a personal, like, should I even bother with a scope on this thing, or should I just our iron sight's good enough for myself? Irons are the way to go. SKSs just aren't accurate enough to worry about optics. But like I said in the video, like depends on you. If your eyes suck, use a scope. If you're going to go hunting with it, probably use a scope anyways. But put that out. I updated my SKS Tech Sites article with TS100 stuff because mine came in the mail. So now I've got the TS100, which is the this week, next week, I think.
Flip one.
Yeah, like flips you get like the 90-degree flip there, and you get the 0 to 200, or you get the 300 option out of that, which is practical. Do all your adjustment pretty much on the front sight. Well, I guess you could still do windage on the back, but you do your like elevation and whatnot. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I got target front post sights. So they're like rather than like a big thick post, they're a little bit thinner, and then they come to a ball kind of on the point. It probably won't make any difference. It's still an SKS, but it'll feel better.
Did those come up from the US, or did you get them from the US, or
yeah, I got them from Optics Camp, and they dinged me for $15 on duties when they got up here. I want someone in Canada to carry those because
yeah.
Yep.
We're talking to you guys, at Calgary Shooting Center or over at Bullseye or whoever.
Yeah, got to get some of those in. Not gun related, but I got some Baofeng UV5R radios, and I've been like listening to the FM radio and some of the other stuff on there. I'm not allowed to transmit on some of the things on there because I don't have a ham radio license. But I've been looking into getting that anyways, because it's a bunch of computer stuff like diodes and resistors and programming. It's like, man, I got this. I know that stuff from college and whatnot. So I'm probably like way overestimating my ability to do that, but I'm going to try to do it anyways. Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Bunch of people have actually gotten their license recently just because something to do. Pandemic, things will go down. Whatevs.
I want to talk like Smokey and the Bandit. I want to get on there and be like breaker, all that stuff. I don't care actually.
Teddy bear.
In an emergency, like I'm not going to use it at all. No, I don't care about emergency. I just want to use it to like jerk around. Yeah, but
okay.
Oh yeah, my reg certs came in so there was a problem at the where were the reg certifications? I don't know. They just didn't print them, or they just mailed them to someone else. I have no idea.
I think that they were sitting on somebody's desk.
They reprinted. They had to reprint for like a section of time. They had to reprint all my reg certs. It was really funny. I got that Terra one before the reprint. Before anything else. And I called them up. I'm like, I got your reprint. Nothing else has showed up since. Please reprint just everything. So they did, and it all came in.
Yeah. You know what? It's probably on somebody's desk who has COVID.
Maybe.
Serious.
I just assume that it's government. They don't really know what they're doing, and they don't like they're doing their jobs anyways. So am I?
You do know I work for the government, right?
Is it work or is it like show up? Well, if you want to know my thoughts on the government, there you've got them. Anyway, so I got my reg certs and I'm like, I have got to get these Nork SIG clones out to the range. I have been sitting on these things.
Yeah, you do.
I've been doing disassembly videos. So I went midweek and I pounded some rounds through those things, and they ran flawlessly. Actually, I had like a lower opinion of them before I took them out to the range and I shot them, and I'm like, oh, these are actually not that bad. Like, they're not good, but they're like totally serviceable.
Not bad.
Yeah. And I mean the single action on the NP34 was fine. 5 pounds, nice sharp break on it. The grip panels on it were pretty crappy, but I've got some on order for it.
Those are the ones that are coming from China, right?
Mm-hmm. The E2 grips on the NP22 were great. They really made a difference in where your hand sits, because they actually have a different shape, I guess you could say, more like a shadow, and they felt better, much better than the NP34 grips. But yeah, super easy to shoot. They just ran. Mags are easy to load. Like, they were really nice to shoot. And I think that for a cheap handgun, yeah, the Gersan or those Nork SIGs would both be okay. The Gersan, if you don't want to dick around with the gun, the Nork SIGs, if you want to dick around and like change out some SIG parts or put that SRT kit in it, boy, that makes a big difference. That short reset, so nice. So nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is. So yeah. Well, it probably felt much better than the
Terra, because they ran.
Yeah.
I did some like double fist action with them because I had 2 of them out there. So everything ran. So all the mags ran in all the guns. Like the 40 cal mag ran, the 9mm mag, everything ran. A couple times I accidentally took the short mag from the NP34 and tried jamming that in the NP22 and like rack it and like, why is it shooting? It's like,
it's not working.
It's the mag's too short. There's no mags getting there. Yeah, no ammo getting in there. But everything else ran. Everything that was supposed to run ran just fine.
Ran.
Really interesting. They still sit quite high. They're still really chunky. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the gun itself, but performance was really good. And for the price.
Yeah. So if you're talking about, okay, so if you're going to get the Beretta, you're going to do that one too. It's a better gun, but it was a cheap one because anyways. But so you're going to do a whole review on all of these cheap pistols, and you're going to put it out, correct?
Yeah, I've got an article. I'll probably do a video as well.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do another one that's just to let you listeners in, so you're in on the joke. I'm going to do a SIG P226 versus Breda 92 review video, but I'm going to crap on both of them like a lot through the whole video just to cheese people off. And then at the end, I'm just going to say it's a joke. But they won't get to the end of the video. They won't make it. They will be foaming at their mouth and commenting and downvoting the whole way. And that's what I'm going to do. That's my plan. Is just because like that that matchup is like 40 years ago kind of a thing, in the 80s kind of a thing, right? So people still think about that matchup and think about those two guns as like head to head and competitive and that kind of thing. And I'm gonna use that to my advantage to troll them and make a lot of people really mad because I think that's funny.
Now you've let the listeners know about you and your sense of humor.
But so many people are going to be pissed.
Well, that's your goal. Great. That's awesome.
It's going to be great. Yeah. Looking forward to that one. Yeah. Yeah, the boy has been pretty creative with his videos, so hopefully he does some creative editing to maximize the trolling potential of that one.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's about it. It's going to be crappy this weekend, so I'm not going to do anything much. But then the weekend after, doubleheader Maple Seed weekend. Oh wait, I'm getting my shot this weekend, and then I'm going to Maple Seed the weekend after. So
you're right about it.
I'll have my vaccine a week before, which means that once I get my vaccine, I can do anything I want. I'm pretty sure that's the rule. Once you get it, you can go Roman Greco wrestling with a bunch of lepers. It's all fine. You can just do whatever you want. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's.
You can lick light poles. You can whatever you want. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those walk buttons on the street corners.
Get up. Yeah,
lick
you
them.
can.
Yeah.
Get on a plane to India if you want. Come right back. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It's all cool. Yeah.
The band planes for me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah. Alberta passed a law that you can't ban handguns. The municipalities here can't ban handguns because they're in Alberta.
I wish Ontario would do that. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, well.
No. And I don't even know how long this period will last. It'll probably last for a little bit. They'll like, it's not working because we need just to do this at the federal level, and they might just try to do it at the federal level rather than mucking around at the municipal level. Who knows?
I was going to see about. No, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to talk about it in the news. And the news. All right.
Is there a news item that I'm like scooping right now? No.
No, that Alberta passed a law that municipal handgun you can't ban.
I don't know any municipalities that we're going to do anything here anyways.
I know.
Maybe like some small one. Maybe like St. Albert or like Sherwood Park would be like, oh yeah, no handguns. But I don't know. I think that would be like bad for your career if you did that in Alberta.
Yeah.
All right, let's get on to upcoming events. Upcoming events is sponsored by Telos Alpha. Telos Alpha is a Canadian digital agency that works exclusively in the firearms vertical. So if you're looking to build a website or get some e-commerce set up or whatnot, head on over to telosalpha.com. In the news, I've got this bit here. Let me just share my screen because it's something special.
Yes,
please. This is the Toronto police making the streets more safe. Look at they pulled this gangbanger man killer off the streets. And for our audio listeners, it's not a flintlock, it's a cap lock pistol.
Yeah.
But it's like it's some pirate shit. Like you should be boarding someone else's vessel with this pistol, not carjacking them. I guess you could use it to carjack someone or commit the crimes, but doesn't look optimal for it.
Depends on who you use it on. They might actually think, but
I mean, you can still kill someone with it. It's still a deadly weapon, but
that's true.
It's not exactly very super useful. Someone might think that's a joke. I think.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
I think you got to say that when you try jacking someone,
matey.
Right?
Hey, I want your car.
I want your booty. I demand parlay. I invoke parlay. I'm taking your Buick. All right, let's get into the CCFR legal fund donations.
Okay. So let's go. Yeah, so there are a few. So Wanstall's actually contributed $2,375. International Shooting Supplies $1,000. Terrace Rod and Gun Club $500, and Cornwall Handgun Club $10,500. Like, whoa, that's huge. That's awesome. So those are the ones that the CCFR posted. So we wanted to post them there. But you want me to go through this legal challenge thing also that we're doing? Giveaway?
Yes, please. Yeah, you bet.
Okay, so the CCFR legal challenge fundraiser, we have been given some CCFR laser engraved 1022 CLR receivers from Grey Birch Solutions. So we wanted to say thank you to them, by the way, for donating these. We're raising some money for the legal challenge. You can actually get it two separate ways. The first one is make a donation to the CCFR legal challenge through their website and then send us a photo of the donation and we'll add you to the list. Or you can also go into our sponsor, Armory DC Gunsmith, and make a donation there and they will collect the money and then they will let us know that you made the donation and then you will be eligible for that receiver that's actually there. So so we wanted to thank Grey Birch Solutions for donating the receivers, and we also wanted and supporting our community, and also thank the CCFR for taking on the legal challenge, and also actually for Armory DC Gunsmith for helping us out as well, because he didn't really know about it last week until we've been talking about it. So the draws for all of them will be May 27th. We'll do it on the show, and you will get a chance to win it. Now, Nathan V, he did what we asked him to do. He sent us a photo of his donation and he donated $50 to the CCFR legal fund. So we're going to throw him in the pool and maybe he'll win that receiver. By the way, I have one on my 1022. It's freaking awesome. I know that Adriel has one. I think every single one of our co-hosts has one of these. Love it. Perfect. It's awesome. I don't have one with the CCFR laser engraving on it, and they're limited. They're limited edition. I have like the old school, but great.
I'm okay having a pleb version. That doesn't bother me.
No, still shoots the same, which is awesome.
I could get a jackknife and mark in like CCFR or AM or whatever on there if I want to.
No, don't do that.
Carve out in the stock, put like a quarter with my birth year on there too. No? Okay. Maybe I won't do that stuff.
No. Why don't you do like, I was gonna say red shirt, but number, but that you don't register them. So, or if you'd had to.
I don't really want to. No, thank you. No, thank you. I decline.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
All right. Do you want to talk about the fact that we have a dwindling co-host?
We need someone who's got a face for radio. Do you have a face for radio? Are you willing to work for Scale? Scale being 0. We're looking for a part-time host, someone who can help fill in when one of us can't make it. If you have time on Thursday nights and you'd like to talk about guns, send a message and a bio to slamfireradio@gmail.com. And I've had a couple of people who have been asking me personally about this, and I tell them the same thing. Do the submission like everyone else is doing, because we've got some submissions, and I got to make sure that we give everyone a fair shake at this. Yep. Yeah. Deadline for submissions is April 30th. That's when you got to have your submission in.
When is it?
April 30th is what it says on the thing. Did I say that? Did I say something else?
Yeah. No, you gave me a hard time about April 30th already, so I'm giving you
It's kind of tight.
Where are you sending the submissions?
Send your submissions to slamfireradio@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Make it interesting.
Love to hear from you. We got a few. So, and the people that have sent them in are awesome people, by the way.
I think so.
Just saying.
Let's get into New Gun Stuff. New Gun Stuff is brought to you by Bolt Action Coffee. Bolt Action Coffee makes coffee that is gun-themed. And if you'd want some of this gun-themed best coffee ever, you can go to boltactioncoffee.com and use discount code SLAMFIRE to get a discount and to let them know that we sent you. New gun stuff.
Really good coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get it in.
I got a couple things here. One is Rangeview Sports. They're having a 5th annual giveaway and sale. So there's a couple of different things you can do here. They're doing a giveaway for a Ruger Precision Rimfire 22 bolt action rifle. And they're also going to have like a bunch of different sales and that kind of thing. So check them out on their website and on CGN for more information on that. The other one...
So when is this? It starts Wednesday, April 21st, which was yesterday. So, okay.
Time to get after it. They got some deals on some different rimfires. So go check them out if you want to get a good deal on a Savage rimfire. The next one, I don't have the next one on here, but I just wanted to let our listeners know, and this is primarily for the live listeners because the rest of you might not get to this in time, but Profit River is doing their Vortex sale on Saturday at, 10 Eastern? I messaged you guys on Messenger. They've got a terrific deal on Vortex scopes. You'll have to find it yourself. I'm not going to give you guys too much of a head start because Kelly and I need to get dibs on a couple of things on there. But
Vortex scopes half price. Yes, please.
Yeah, the prices are pretty good. They also have a bunch of Allen shooting supplies stuff on sale, like half off or more. So check out their threads on CGN. Be ready on the spot for Saturday when that thing opens because that stuff's going to sell out right away. So have your credit card in front of you, all that kind of stuff, because there's going to be some smoking deals that they're going to have, and you're going to be competing with me on some of those. I'm fast.
Yeah, and go someplace where the internet is good. Just saying. Because if you're buffering, crap.
Yep. Yeah. It's just like trying to get into an IPSC match in a popular area or something like that, right? You got to be Johnny on the spot, ready to rock and roll. All right, for our main topic, we've got Jackie from Feng Huang Munitions. Jackie, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. Thanks, guys. Honor to be here.
Yeah, so maybe just to start us off, let us know what kind of ammo do you guys make? Do you guys just make ammo, or do you distribute as well? And what's the business about?
So far we're only doing 9mm at the moment, just because we want to get cheap, affordable ammo out there with everything that's going on right now. We are distributing to our exclusive distributor, which is Calgary Shooting Center at the moment. So it's right now we don't have too many people working at the company right now, just trying to get our production level up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Awesome. So you guys are primarily making 9mm. I mean, it's been pretty hard to get recently, and the stuff you can get is pretty expensive. So we're definitely seeing a resurgence in demand for that kind of stuff. I mean, actually, I've been listening to Ben Stoger's podcast, and he was saying that in the States there are some like shooting matches and practices and that kind of thing where they're either cutting down the round count, or some people just can't make it because they don't have they can't buy enough 9mm for their courses.
Oh, yeah. Right now in the States, I mean, I think how we're comparing to the States right now, we're actually doing a lot better than the States. Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to agree because you could still find it here. It's just expensive. 223 is available. It's just expensive, and 9mm is available. It's just expensive. So I think for reloading, that's definitely an option. So, what kind of components do you guys use to make your ammunition right now?
So far we got 2 machines, which is Mark 7s, and they're just they're progressive stage stage machines, right? So and they're fully automated, right? Right now it is giving us some grief, right? That's where we're getting our production level is kind of getting bottlenecked right there. But however, we are getting new machines in, I think it's sometime around August or September, and hopefully that will bump our production level up.
Okay, so how much are you producing right now? Are you meeting supply or no?
Roughly, we are meeting it, but like the demand is going
Through
up
the roof.
higher every single day, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. But so far we are meeting demands around, I say, if it's a good week, 50 to 60,000 rounds
Wow. Okay.
a week. If the machine is giving us grief, then usually around 40,000 or so. Yeah.
Okay. So what
Yeah, I
types
mean
of
that's still a lot of production,
Yeah.
even with even with stoppages, still doing like 40,000 rounds. That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We tend to keep like a close eye on it.
and in terms of bullets, what kind of bullets are you guys offering? Like weights and hollow point, or just FMJs, or TMJ, total coat, or FMJ? Like what kind of offering?
So far we're only doing full metal jacket, 124 grains, just mostly for target ammo. Just because we want to go in the market as just target ammunition, and it's affordable for everybody to use, right? We are, however, thinking about going to match lines or precision lines later on, but so far our biggest issue is production level, so we're just trying to get that ironed out.
Yeah, so 124 FMJ, which is like common. That's what pretty much everyone's shooting for 9mm anyway. Some people shoot the 115s for price just because you can get the bullets cheaper, but sounds like you guys
is 115 cheaper though?
Sometimes, like if you get the absolute cheapest stuff, it's usually going to be 115. I prefer 124 or 147 where I can, but if I buy like the absolute cheapest aluminum cased ammo, it's usually 115 as well.
Yeah.
So with the new machines that you're going to be getting in August, are you looking to branch out to 147 or 115, take those on, or what are you looking to ramp up even more production of 124?
So pretty much what we're thinking right now is when we get the new machine in August, is we're gonna fine tune our old machines, that the ones we're using right now, into making 223.
Okay.
Or 308 into different calibers.
Okay.
And that new machine is just gonna start pumping out 9mm, like still 124 grain full metal jacket. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. If you guys get 223 and you start making 223, there are no manufacturers that make bulk 223 in like 62, 65 grain bullets. Lots of them that make in 55, and you can buy like the 55 grain stuff from a lot of places. Yep. But a lot of people still have barrels that are like a 1-7 or like a tighter twist, where like a 60, 65 around there would really benefit. So just if you guys do start doing that, if you guys start making bulk 223, 62 or 65 grain for just like a little bit more than 55 grain surplus, I'd be all over that.
That's where it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like for 3-gun, we shoot out to long distances, and I'd like to use a heavier bullet, but at the same time, like getting something in a 65 or a 70, I got to reload it, and I'm too lazy. to reload. I don't want to reload 223. All the case operations, like you need to invest in like the trimmers and the swagers and all this other kind of stuff to make that viable, and I just can't be bothered. It's just too much work. Just to be direct about it. It's too much.
To be direct.
It's too much case prep. It's too much case prep. 223 is such a pain.
That's true.
Yeah, but like 65, my guns really like a slightly heavier bullet, and like a 60 or a 65 would be great. It's just, you can't find them. 55 or nothing kind of a thing, right?
We're definitely thinking about Yeah, we're definitely thinking about making mash line in the future, right? Just so, just that there's a demand for it right now. So far, I think we're just gonna stick with because the owner Ed actually do a lot of long range precision shooting himself, right?
Mhm.
So he definitely wants to expand to that line, right? And he definitely have extend knowledge on it as well.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea because once there's more 9mm in country and it's more available, not who knows when that's going to happen though. I mean, it seems
Yeah.
it seems every time it's like, oh yeah, it'll get cheaper now. It's like, nah, Biden says he's gonna like ban assault rifles and he's gonna ban all this other kind of like ghost guns and whatnot, and everyone in the U.S. just buys everything again, and it's just like, well, we might be a little bit tight here in Canada for a while.
Just when we're thinking,
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's but it'll be great for you to actually have a niche market for Canada for 223 or 308. So if you can't get it anywhere else, we're going to come to you. So you said that the Calgary Shooting Center is somebody who's you're exclusive with. So can we buy directly from you, or do we have to go through Calgary Shooting Center? Although we should be going through the Calgary Shooting Center.
We aren't really doing retail right now, right?
Okay.
Just because we don't have the capability to do so, and I actually recommend getting it from Calgary Shooting Center, right? Great guys over there.
Yeah.
And prices are good as well.
Yeah. So you can buy a box of 9mm and then also buy a pistol from Jeff as well. I think that's how it works, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And shoot it at the same time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us about the pricing and the pricing, retail pricing, because that's what we're interested in, obviously. What's the pricing per thousand? What do you have available, for people to purchase, like in quantities? Like
right now for quantities, it is only in bulk. A lot of it is dependent on how Calgary Shooting Center does it, right? So we do have 1,000-round boxes, right? And how they're packaged is there 3 bags of 250 rounds in there, right?
Okay.
So if Calgary Shooting Center decides to sell those separately, then that might be an option out there. So far, I think we're retailing at 300 for 1,000 rounds, which is, I think, right now it's probably
that's decent.
Get, and
that's really
quality,
decent.
right?
Yeah, especially for 124.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. Cool. So that sounds really good. So I guess if people want to learn more about your company or where you guys sell, like where do they find more about you guys?
So you guys could find us. We don't really have a website set up yet. I recommend everybody going on Instagram. We do have a page on Instagram. One of our guys goes on there all the time, checks what people have to say. Yeah.
Okay, so what's the Instagram handle?
Oh, Instagram. Ooh. Give me a hard question here.
Quick, what's the handle? I don't know. I'm not on Instagram.
All right.
You never said there would be a pop quiz.
Jeez.
Mean, Kelly. Jeez.
I know. I love the fact that one, we're supporting a Canadian company that's really just starting out, but not only that, we're having a really hard time in Canada finding ammunition, and this is a new company, and we want to support you guys so much. And not only that, so is it Feng? How do you say that? Feng Huang.
Feng Huang.
Feng Huang. Feng Huang. So pretty much in Chinese it means phoenix.
Oh, okay. And is it okay? So that's pretty common. I'm on Instagram right now.
I I am looking for
FENGHUANG.
Yeah.
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 So, all right. I'm totally failing at this.
Awesome. Well, you know what? When we find the link to the Instagram, what we'll do is we'll put that in the show notes so that anyone who's listening who wants to, I would imagine your Instagram is a bunch of like really reloading porn where it's just like automated machines going back and forth and just churning ammo out.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we probably got a guy taking pictures back there right now.
Yeah,
Yay!
awesome. Yeah. So we'll include a link to that, and it sounds like anyone else who's interested in learning more or buying some inexpensive 9mm ammunition, head on over to the Calgary Shooting Center, and you'll be able to pick some up there.
Yay!
Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming on the show and letting us know about the ammo that you're making. And again, like Kelly said there, we're glad that there's Canadian companies that are stepping in to help with the crunch right now, because it might be a while. It might be a while before we can get cheap 9mm again. So for everyone else who's shooting IPSC or 3-gun or whatever this year, or just needs more in stock, it's good to have options, and it's good that companies like yours are stepping in to fill the gap.
Yeah, and I think for reloads, we are at a major power factor. So,
cool.
Good to know.
For shooting competitions, it is good to go.
That's
awesome.
Great to hear.
Yeah, that is good to know. Makes it easy, right? Yeah. Just shooting factory ammo rather than having to reload. Very good. So IPSC power major. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Kelly, did you have any questions? No, perfect.
I'm actually no. Yeah, no, it's really great to meet you, Jackie.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show.
Perfect. Thanks, guys. And also I just want to give like a huge shout out to Calgary Shooting Center, because with the ammo shortage and components wise, they have been helping us out like quite a bit, right? Sourcing components and everything. So
awesome.
Shout out to them. If you guys want to find FH munition, go to Calgary Shooting Center.
Cool. Awesome.
That's
Thanks
awesome.
for coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again to Jackie from Feng Huang Munitions for telling us all about the bullets, the 9mm. I wish I had a Mark 7 in my room, just like cranking out ammo, making like 40,000 a month or 50,000. Did you say per month or per week?
Per week, I think it is.
Oh, okay. I can't afford to feed that thing for that much.
Because slow week was 40, good week was 50. Yeah.
I'd love to do that. I'm actually reloading some 6.5 Creedmoor right now because my Maverick's all set up, and I'm real low on 6.5.
You need it for that.
Yeah. Gotta crank it out. I fired like 3 rounds out of it, and I looked at all my. I tried some Federal, and it was piercing the primers with my Federal factory ammo, but my other stuff was fine. So maybe those primers are like weak, bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But that happened with the factory ammo. So my reloads are fine. I gotta make some more reloads.
Okay. I was kind of sad that he left though before you started talking to him
in Chinese. I tried, but he hung up just a little bit too quick.
All right.
I was gonna try to ask for a discount. I was saying, if I speak Chinese, can I get a discount? Oh well, now we'll never know. Let's get on to listener feedback. Listener feedback is sponsored by DC Armory Gunsmith. Armory DC Gunsmith. Armory DC Gunsmith is a full-service gunsmith who specializes in firearms refinishing. He offers hot bluing, parkerizing, and Cerakote finishes, as well as wood and steel refinishing. Check out his online inventory of new and used guns, firearms, accessories, optics, and 1022 chassis at dcgunsmith.ca.
Yay!
And 1022 receivers that you might want to put a little bit of money on, because there's not very many that people that have, and right now your odds are really good.
I know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Odds are really good right now. Do you want to take this first email from Chris?
Sure. Yep. So it says, "Hey gang, congrats on 400 episodes. I started listening just a few dozen episodes ago, but I do come back every week for tons of education, news, and entertainment. I met Kelly and Dave in person, and hope to meet Adriel and Trevor one day too. I hope you won't be kicked out of online platforms. No, we hope so too. So all the best, Chris. Chris is somebody who I see on a regular basis. I've seen him a lot during the pandemic, so it's awesome. He's located near me. Chris with a K. He's also come to Maple Seed. He's gone to a Gunny Girl signing. He went to the march. He's really an awesome guy. Really like him. So thanks for listening, Chris. He's a regular writer-inner. Is writer-inner an actual term?
It is now. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
This next one is from Tanner. Hey guys, just recently found your podcast on Spotify and I have a question. I'm trying to find a non-restricted DMR for hunting. I'd like to start mainly hunting with a black rifle. And that's from Tanner. Big game hunting, you're limited a little bit. There is the SG542, which is definitely fits the bill of black rifle. It's not super flexible, as flexible as some of the other like AR-10 style rifles, but we don't really have AR-10 style rifles. There's the FNAR, which is 308, which is kind of like the BAR action that's being used in a 308 semi-auto. Yeah, there's that one. And then aside from that, there is the Maple Ridge Armory Maverick, which is a 308 platform. And my buddy Tom just got one of the MDI new style straight pull 308s. And that's an option as well. So
have you had a chance to check that one out? Check
Tom's
out, yeah?
have not. He's just got into it. So I think we'll have some more information on that one soonish.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to grab this one from Mike?
Yeah, I was just going to say maybe Tanner can wait until you get some information check out Tom's first, and then.
I think the SG542, if you want a semi-auto, that's a cool gun. I wouldn't use it for like a long bomb shot on a deer or anything like that because it's not really like built as like a precision DMR kind of a thing. Does he want a DMR? I
just want to know where he is. So what were we talking?
And then the other possibility, I was talking to a guy about, so Troy has their PAR, which is their pump action. They also now have a straight pull that uses this big knob on the side that you rack the action with. I'm curious if the accuracy on that one is better than their PAR, because with the PAR, like with a lot of the rounds that I tried in it, the accuracy is horrible. And then with just one weird round, it was really good. I'm curious if their straight pull would be less sensitive. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to take this next one from Mike?
Okay. Yep. So it says, "Hello, Slamfire host. Congratulations on the show number 400. I enjoyed downloading episodes and listening to them on the road as I drive truck to pay bills. I was not too shocked to hear that Trevor's was packing it in. I would like to throw him under the bus, but cannot. He did a wonderful job of bringing this podcast to the public. He brought together personalities which complement our common interests. Kelly and Adriel, your chemistry works. Adriel, and he is whatever, but he actually got it right. So congratulations, Mike.
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah. You do Canadians a great service of reviewing firearms and accessories. Your love of it. Love your videos. Very well spoken. Kelly, Project Maple Seed, fantastic. Along with this, you express genuine love of the firearm community. Both of you supporting a hobby or a sport which many Canadians enjoy responsibly in their precious free time. I hope you can continue to carry out the torch, educate and entertain our shooting community. Your friend, Mike O. And he says, P.S. You guys are still rascals. Not sure about that. You're a rascal. You rascal.
Rascally rabbits.
Yeah, well, that's really nice. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, I think he wrote in a while ago and said rascals. That does ring a bell.
You're still a rascal. You're a little rascal. That's your new nickname. Adriel the Rascal. Yeah. And he got your name right. That's awesome.
Kudos, because sometimes I don't get that right. No, I gotta get my name. All right, let's get on to the rest of it. Patreon. So if you'd like to reach out to us on Patreon, you can do so over there. You can also help support the show. If you go over there to patreon.com/SlamFireRadio, you can, I don't know, help us out, throw some shekels our way, and we'll use it for domains and hosting and whatnot for the costs.
And you just renewed it. So guess what? We're good to go for another year.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yep.
Another year. Yay.
Another year. And you can also, like, I don't know, Instagram us, text us on Instagram, DM us on Instagram, add us on Instagram, all the above. I don't know how Instagram works. I just post pictures on there. You can also review us on Facebook, and head on over to our Facebook page and review us. Give us 5 stars, because we're not good with anything less. It's the only really kind that we're after anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
If you'd like to email the show and have us read it online on air, send it to slamfireradio@gmail.com. I guess it's online too, because we are online right now and on the air. We're actually more online than we are on the air.
This is true.
What kind of air are we even on right now? There's no air we're on. Do you have any shout outs, Kelly, before I go way off to the side here? More than I already am.
Oh my God. No.
No?
Yeah. No. I just give a shout out to everybody that has been sending us all emails, I guess, and applying to be our co-hosts and that, because these people are really cool people. All of them are. It's going to be a hard choice. I just have to say that. But keep sending them, because
what if we'll just have like an eight-person show, and it'll just be a mess of people just talking over each other the whole time?
Like we don't do that already.
Worse. Much worse. It's exponentially worse.
Oh.
Maybe it'll get there. Maybe.
Okay.
Check us out on Gunners of Canada. Like us on Facebook. We're at 2,762 likes, which is more than the library.
Yeah. The Edmundston Bibliothèque, which we were originally up against. I just heard from them this week. Apparently they us on Facebook. We got more likes than
good.
We got to figure out something else. We were doing an orphanage, but it's kind of, I don't really feel comfortable or right doing that, getting more likes than an orphanage.
Then we need to pick another Firearms podcast to have a friendly rivalry with.
I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give us a review on Facebook. Join the CCFR, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.